Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Prarthana Saikia. I am from Political Science Department from Dispur College. Today I am going to discuss about diplomacy. So, from the very beginning, we have discussed about diplomacy and we have heard many things about diplomacy. But what is the actual meaning of diplomacy? Diplomacy means when we try to influence a government, a state, with some negotiation or with some decisions and with some schemes and acts or with some policies, that is called diplomacy. In simple meaning or in simple term, diplomacy means when we try to influence a government means a foreign government with our own foreign policy or with our own schemes and negotiation, that is called diplomacy. In the very beginning we have heard about diplomacy, but from 20th century only it has emerged as the particular term that we nowadays we have used as diplomacy. Okay. So secondly, earlier time diplomacy was used by only sovereign countries. Those countries which were independent, those countries only use this diplomacy. But other countries which were not independent, those countries were never used diplomacy with other countries. Okay, they did not understand about diplomacy. But now diplomacy is not only related with politically only. Diplomacy nowadays related with culturally, politically also, socially, and in many other ways. So nowadays we have seen the diplomacy is used in like political conference, in strategic alliance or military alliance in many ways, or international treaties or international conference also. In international conference also we have seen diplomacy. But we cannot say diplomacy as a foreign policy. Foreign policy is little bit different from diplomacy. Diplomacy is a part of foreign policy. The diplomacy is a part of foreign policy. So when a government try to deal with any country in economically or socially, politically, then they adopt diplomacy, so that they influence another country with some dialogues or with some negotiation or with some schemes. So the simple meaning of diplomacy is to influence other country. But here one thing we have to see, that we have to give importance our self-interest also. Each and every country always give priority their own self-interest. Then only diplomacy can be adopted or diplomacy can be assigned. So now I am going to discuss about the nature of diplomacy. It strengthens the state. Diplomacy, when we adopt any kind of diplomacy with another country, it strengthens our state. Strengthen a state, like when we adopt any diplomacy, that we always try to give importance to our self-interest. When we can develop our self-interest, then only a country can be strong, or a country can be compete with another country. Like this, a country can be developed and can be compete with another country. And next thing, it makes a peaceful relation between two countries. That means when two countries make any foreign policy, then if they adopt any diplomacy, that time the relation between two countries is goes peacefully. They can live through some diplomatic ideas or diplomatic decisions or diplomatic dialogues and diplomatic strategies. So end of conflict between two countries. When we talk about diplomacy, that time we see that at the time of any kind of war, diplomatic decisions or diplomats can help to end of any war peacefully. Words are weapon of diplomats. They understand the government first, and then they try to make any policy according to the structure of the government. Here in diplomacy, only diplomats or the government officials try to make any policy with each other. At that time, they try to understand the other government, how the government is structured, in what way their government is running, and what type of policy that government earlier time they adopted. According to that policies, after understanding that government, one country should adopt their own foreign policy and try to introduce any diplomatic strategy with another country. Thank you so much.